Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to tackle a really useful piece of English grammar, the future continuous tense. I know, it sounds kind of fancy, but I promise, stick with me for a few minutes and you'll be using it like a pro. So, let's get started.
First things first, let me ask you a question. What will you be doing this time tomorrow? Seriously, think about it. Maybe you'll be working, or hopefully you'll be relaxing somewhere nice. Whatever your answer is, you just used the future continuous tense. See? You're already doing it. Now let's break down how. Okay, so what is this thing officially? Well, the future continuous, and you might also hear it called the future progressive, they're the same thing. It's all about describing an action that will be ongoing at a specific point in the future. The key thing to remember is it's not about the start or the finish. Nope, it's about being right in the middle of doing something. So how do we actually put this tense together? It might look a little intimidating at first, but the formula is incredibly simple. Once you see it, it's going to click. Here it is, the secret recipe. You just take your subject, like I, you, they. Then you add the magic words will be. Those two words lock it into the future. And finally, you take your verb and slap an ing on the end to show that it's a continuous action. I will be working. She will be reading. It really is that easy. And what's great is that this simple formula works for everything. For a positive statement, it's just I will be working. To make it negative, all you have to do is pop the word not right after will, so he won't be attending. And if you want to ask a question, just flip the subject and will. So it becomes, will you be joining us? Easy, right? Let's look at a few more examples to really get the hang of it. This time next week, we'll be flying to Australia. You can almost picture that, can't you? It's setting a scene. Or how about, I will be studying at 8 p.m. tonight. It's not just that you will study, but that at 8 p.m., you'll be right in the middle of it. And here are some negatives. Remember, you can say the full will not, or just use the super common contraction won't. So we won't be using the car tomorrow. It's just a really clear, simple way to say that an ongoing action isn't part of the plan for the future. Asking questions is just as straightforward. Will she be working late tonight? That's a simple yes or no. But you can also get more information by adding question words at the beginning, like where. Where will he be staying? See how that works? Okay, so we've got the how down. Now let's talk about the when. When should you actually use this tense? Well, there are three main situations where the future continuous is absolutely perfect. Let's dig in. All right, use number one, and this is the big one, is for actions that will be in progress at a very specific time. Like, at 9 p.m., I will be watching my favorite TV show. The idea is that the watching probably started before 9, and it's going to continue after. You're just focusing on that moment in the middle. Use number two is a fantastic little social tip. It's a really polite way to ask about someone's plans. Instead of a direct, will you join us? Asking, will you be joining us? It just sounds a little softer, a little less demanding. It's a great tool to have in your back pocket. And finally, number three, we use it to make predictions or guesses about what's happening in the future, usually based on what we already know or expect. In 10 years, robots will be doing most of our shopping. This isn't a confirmed plan, right? It's just a prediction about what will likely be happening. Now, this brings us to a really important question. How is this different from the future simple? Well, think of it this way. If you say, I will call you, you're focused on that one single completed action. But if you say, I will be calling you at 7 p.m., you're painting a picture. You're shifting the focus to the process of the call actually happening at that time. So to make things even easier for you, there are certain key words that act like little flashing signs telling you, hey, use the future continuous here. Let's check them out. So when you see phrases like at 11 o'clock tomorrow or at this time next week, that is a huge clue. Also, words like when and while are super common because they often set up one action that gets interrupted by another. For instance, I will be waiting for you when your train arrives. All right, let's quickly go over a few common mistakes people make. Knowing what to look out for is half the battle, and it'll help you perfect this tense in no time. There are three main trip-ups. First, and this one's easy to do, just forgetting the ing on the verb. Second, using the wrong helper verbs. Remember, it's always will be. And the third one is a little trickier, trying to use this tense with something called state of verbs. Let's take a closer look at what that means. So, stative verbs are words that describe states, feelings, or thoughts, not really actions. Think of words like know, believe, want, or love. They just don't really work in continuous tenses. You wouldn't say, I will be knowing the answer. It sounds a bit strange, right? Instead, you just use the simple future. I will know the answer. Okay, you've learned the rules, you've seen the examples, and you know what mistakes to avoid. Now it's time to put all that awesome knowledge to the test with a quick quiz. Ready? Let's do this. Question 1. Take a look at that phrase, this time tomorrow. It's a huge clue that we're talking about an action in progress. So, which option captures that feeling? Number 2. Don't call it 8 p.m. I dinner with my family. Think about it. The speaker is explaining why not to call by describing what will be happening at that exact time. All right, question 3. Let's see if you remember our little social skills tip. Which of these 3 questions sounds the most polite and indirect? Question 4. We literally just talked about this tricky rule. What's the problem with the sentence, she will be understanding the lesson soon? What kind of verb is understand? And our last one, number 5. Next Monday, you, in your new job. We're painting a picture of an ongoing situation next Monday. Which tense does that best? Okay, that's it. Let's see how you did. All right, let's check those answers. For number 1, the correct answer is B, because this time tomorrow signals that ongoing action. For number 2, it's B again, will be having. For 3, C is our most polite option. For 4, the mistake is C, because understand is a stative verb. And finally, number 5, the answer is A, will be working. How'd you do? And that's pretty much everything you need to know about the future continuous. But honestly, the real key is just to start using it. Try to think about what you'll be doing later tonight or this time next week. The more you use it, the more natural it's going to feel. Thanks so much for joining me.